This is episode 1 of the Farmhouse Extra. On our stairway to the second floor, we were trying to install a better railing. However, where we needed to put the wall brackets, there was no support in the wall. So this is how we created support in the drywall for the railing. What you see here is our old railing. It was 1/2-inch iron pipe, and it had been there for 50 years. And what we had done in the rest of the house was use 3/4 iron pipe. So we were going to upgrade it and also make it taller, because if you notice, you have to step off the landing to grab hold of the railing. The railing was never long enough. That's the way it was built. So we needed to go higher up the stairs, and that created a bit of a problem that there was no support in the drywall. So here's the stairway with the railing removed, and then we just bought some black iron and built a railing and test fitted it on the wall. And that's when we realized that even with those expanding plugs, the wall would not hold. In fact, it flexed. You moved the railing. So that said to me that what they had used back in the 60s, the update for upstairs, they used ceiling drywall, not wall drywall. So it was the thinner stuff. So I've got it marked out where I'm going to cut, and there I've got it cut, and there it's pulled away, and then you can really see that it's the thin drywall and that there's no support, so you cannot have a railing attached to it. Now, interestingly, on the other side of the wall is the tongue and groove, which you're supposed to use when you're using the thin drywall to support it. However, it wasn't done on the stair side. So I took my 2x8 that I had used for the guide to cut, put 4 pocket screws in it, and then a couple drywall screws so I can hang on to it. And then I glued and pocket screwed it to the 2x4. Then we realized the 2x4 was not 90 degrees to the wall, so I had to glue some shims in place so that when you put the chunk of drywall back on, it was now flush. And then using MH Ready Patch, you put the first coat on, let it dry, sand it, put the second coat on, sand it, and that's what you ended up with. It's almost invisible. So finally, we put the railing back up, and at the top, you see where the last floor plate is installed, and then we've got a little short section to grab onto. Now, why didn't we just extend it to the wall on the right and bolt it there? That's lath and plaster, 1860 lath and plaster. I'm not going to touch it unless I absolutely have to. It needs a little paint, but you can still see a shadow of the board, but it's smooth, and when we top coat that, it'll disappear. So that is how we installed a railing into a section of drywall that had no support at all.